Hey y'all, I am back with another video. We gonna keep talking about sex because as black gay people especially, we grow up being told that the way we experience lust is something that we should be ashamed of. We are taught that the way that we have sex is dirty. Our whole sexual identity is stigmatized, not to mention just being black. In general, we like to sweep the realities of sex up under the rug and act like it's something that ain't nobody doing, and we some of the freakiest folks on the planet, okay? Even thinking about the way that we learn about communication in relationships, many of us don't learn how to communicate properly in relationships. So if you don't learn how to communicate properly in a relationship, what makes you think we know how important it is or how to communicate sexually, or the fact that we may even need to do that, which is why I wanted to talk about this. I grew up learning about sex, sneaking and watching Real Sex. I used to see some wild stuff on Real Sex or Cinemax, or when I started sneaking to the gay bookstores and sneaking in the back section of video stores and reading the magazines and seeing my first adult entertainment videos and porn. And in those, of course, you see this hot, passionate sexual chemistry. They know intuitively what to do with each other. Or if you were influenced by the lyrics in a lot of the R&B and hip hop songs that we listened to growing up, which is again how some of us learn about sex, you hear about how great and powerful it is. When you see these things, when you read about these things or hear about it in these lyrics or on these videos or in these books, very, 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 very rarely, if ever, especially when it's commercialized, is something like anxiety around performance discussed, or how you handle body image issues while you're in bed with somebody else, or the fact that having body image issues may keep you from having sex or experiencing sex with another person, or the fact that you might, okay, let's just call a thing a thing. Also, on a lot of these videos and stuff, everybody has 14-inch dicks. We know that's not real life. You look at even the straight porns, the girls got perky titties and perky nipples, and everybody got perky butts and stuff and no stretch marks, and that's not real life. So again, as I did on another video, I talked about how these ideas of what a body is supposed to look like and what that experience is supposed to be will impact your sexual experience, and it might even distort your entire idea of what sex should look like, what the experience should be, or again, the fact that communication could help you around all these different things. Communication is important for a bunch of reasons in the bedroom. For me, I learned to communicate first because I went into it thinking that it was supposed to be like I was supposed to be a porn star. And so, you up in there trying to do it on the dresser, and y'all in there knocking stuff all off the dresser. We all up in this boy's grandmama's house on her old ass dresser, trying to do what we done seen in the movies, and we done broke the leg on that woman's dresser. Or you try to pick somebody up and you might drop them on their head or something like that, and sometimes if you had somebody who had the confidence enough to say, hey, motherfucker, you hold me, your legs shaking and shit, put me down, you wouldn't have got dropped on your head. Or if you were in a situation like how I learned to communicate during sex, which was, being in there with somebody who was just too aggressive. Like somebody, they might be biting your nipples too hard, or y'all might be kissing. They might not be a good kisser. They might be putting their tongue too far down in your mouth or down your throat, or biting your lips, or biting you too hard, or penetrating you too hard, or whatever. I hear a lot of folks, grown ass folks, talk about enduring these type of experiences. And being grown especially, you should have the confidence to be able to say, hey, that shit hurts. Don't do that. Maintaining simple boundaries is one reason why it's important to be able to communicate in the bedroom. Because if you don't like something, if you're not having an enjoyable experience, if you're not having at least a good time, because every time you have sex is not going to be the time of your life, unless it's with me. I'm just playing. But every time you do it, it's not going to be spectacular, but you should be able to at least enjoy yourself. And so simply speaking up and saying, hey, that's what I like, that's what I don't like, this is making me uncomfortable, you need to hurry up and come because I'm about to come, or I came 30 minutes ago. I'm not going to be sitting here licking your musty ass nipple for another 30 minutes, so you need to hurry up. Whatever. Find ways also to communicate effectively with that person. Now, if it's just a hookup or something like that, I don't know. I think communication is still important, but I think that you should tread carefully and assess the situation before you communicate, okay? Because some of y'all be out here hooking up with these crazy ass people, and you out here hooking up with somebody crazy, and you say something too wild out your mouth, it might go from sex to a wrestling match to an MMA fight or something like that. You don't want that. So also, just being generally aware in these hookups is important, because sex is something that you should experience. It's not something that you should sneak and do and feel guilty about, or feel like you shouldn't be fully present enough in to be able to speak up for yourself, okay? Also, I think communication in the bedroom, just open communication in the bedroom, will help alleviate a lot of the anxiety that you might have going into a sexual situation. For instance, if two dudes are doing it, say you might be with somebody who looks really good, or somebody that you wanted to hook up with for a long time, or somebody who has a dick bigger than yours, or you're just nervous, or any of the different things that might pop into your head while you're having one of these sexual experiences, you should at least be able to open your mouth and say, hey, I'm a little nervous right now. Give me a second, or can you kiss on my neck a little bit, or can you kiss me, because that'll help me to loosen up. Or do you have vodka? Whatever it is, whatever it is that it's going to take for you to loosen up, don't be afraid to ask for that, or to tell someone, especially if it's a partner. Again, communication is very important, because if you are in a relationship and you start to be able to really openly express yourself to each other about what it is that you want, I think that it can bond the relationship together closer. You know, that's one of the other things that it will do. But to just simply be able to say, you know, hey, I need a little bit more foreplay. You came up in here and you just jumped on me like I'm some sort of sex robot toy or something like that. That's not what I need. I need a little foreplay. I need for you to lick my butt. I need for you to give me some head, lick my nipples, kiss on my neck, whatever. But don't be afraid to ask for it. We're not mind readers. So being able to say, hey, this is what I want, or this is what I like, that keeps y'all from fumbling around wasting time, because of course sex can be awkward sometimes. So communication can alleviate some of the awkwardness. Communication in the bedroom can also help you deal with insecurities, depending on how open it is that you are. You know, some people feel like it's easier to do that in maybe a relationship, but don't be afraid to do it during a hookup. Be like, I'm gonna keep my shirt on. You know, if they ask, hey, I want you to take your shirt off, being able to say, hey, no, I'm not taking my shirt off because I don't like my stomach, but we're still gonna have a good time. But we're taught that being that open and honest may turn somebody off. And I think in order to get what it is that you really want and that you really need, it takes that level of honesty to get exactly what you want. Being able to open your mouth and express that will take you a long way, and you will have much better sex. And you also will get to navigate your sexual experiences in a way where you get to have real sex, and understand that there's no one way to have sex. Sure, sex can be good or bad, but you get to really navigate it and experience sex for what it is, and not for what we have been told it is, or what exists in our imagination. Thank you for watching the video. make sure that you like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Also, I am partnering with San Francisco Department of Health and TakeMeHome.org for these free at-home testing kits, which you can get. You can order, it's absolutely free, and they will send everything to your house and you can test yourself at home. So to get one of these, just visit TakeMeHome.org and you'll be able to test yourself at home, mail it back in, and they will mail your results back to you or call you. So for folks who are trying to avoid judgment or just don't have time to go to the clinic, there's your answer, TakeMeHome.org. Anyway, please leave your comments, chime in, let me know what you think. And also, if you have Instagram, come over there and follow me at SampsonMcCormick. Thank y'all for watching. I'll see y'all next time.